Our third guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is Wade Wilson. He's the chairperson of the Mike Reid softball tournament. Wade, how are you tonight?
I'm great, Brian. Thanks for having me. Looking forward to it.
Wade, thank you sincerely for coming into the studio. It was raining really hard tonight. Really appreciate your time.
No problem.
Now, you know what? I saw you and many people at the Mike Reid softball tournament this past summer. And tell me, I wanted to, have you on the show because it's 38 years to educate our viewers and share what this is all about. Can you tell our viewers what is the Mike Reid softball tournament, please?
Well, Mike Reid was my best friend growing up. I knew Mike since I was 5 years old. And he passed at the tender age of 21 years old from Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And Mike was an avid sports fan. And hockey, baseball, softball. He used to come and watch his dad play ball every week for his father coached the Legion team. I actually played on the team with his father. And Mike would be there sort of taking notes and cheering us on and coaching us and what have you. And when his sudden passing came, we thought what better way to honor Mike than to hold a softball tournament in his honor, with the proceeds going to the Mackay Center, which was a school that he grew up with and spent his life at, actually, and also with the proceeds going to local charities in Greenfield Park.
So here we are 38 years later. When you started that first year doing the baseball tournament, would you have ever fathomed that it would go this long and this strong and continue to bring out so many people, not just from Greenfield Park, but some people come from other provinces and outside of the Quebec, right?
Yeah, they come from all over. Again, it started as a simple idea. We only had 8 teams. We had a few guys that we knew, got together, played some ball, raised a few dollars, and then it just grew and grew and grew. I never in my wildest imagination thought it would get to where it is today. I mean, this year we had 32 men's team competing. We had 4 women's teams. We had 18 virtual teams who actually didn't physically play the game but participated virtually. And it's just been growing and growing and growing. And we have a lot of people that are from Greenfield Park who've moved out of the province, however, make this like a homecoming every year. They come back to visit their family, but they tie it around the softball tournament. So everybody gets to see each other once a year, and it's just a great get-together, and everybody just has a super time.
And, I was just saying to someone before, there's the baseball, the softball, which is great and fun. I even played, we had a team Riverside. I remember we got smoked our first game, I think it was 20-2. But it was nice just being out there, having a team. And but it's also the social aspect, that feeling of belonging where people, as you mentioned, coming from outside the province or from in the province or from the local South Shore or greater community, and you come and you see a familiar face, you say hi, you have a drink, there's a few kiosks, sometimes music playing. It's a nice ambiance too, isn't it?
It is. Really, the softball portion of it is really secondary. I mean, people come out and play, but it's all about getting together and, in Mike's memory and raising funds for a great cause. So it's something that's been going strong, like I said, for 38 years, and we'll continue to do it as long as we can. I mean, the feedback from the people, everybody loves it. And, being off for the last 2 years because of COVID, everybody was really into it this year, and I'm very excited to see each other, and it was just a super time.
Now, you were friends, you mentioned, growing up with Mike. You were 5 years old. He lived across the street from you?
Yes, he lived right across the street. We were best friends. We had sleepovers. He stayed at my house. I stayed at his house. I used to go and visit him at the Mackay. We even had sleepovers at the Mackay Center and watched him play wheelchair hockey. And
cool.
He loved his sports. He was a diehard Alouette fan, an Expo fan, and a Boston Bruins fan,
okay.
Just like myself.
Okay, so that's where you get it from.
That's it.
Now, 1 or 2 positive memories that come to mind about you and Mike growing up. What comes to mind?
Well, I remember...
There must be a lot of good memories.
A lot of good memories, absolutely. I remember the sleepovers. I mean, I remember his father taking us to Alouette games to see the Montreal Canadiens at the old Montreal Forum, going to the school, participating in the... in his wheelchair hockey games. Every summer he went to Camp Massawippi. It's a school or a camp that the school hosts an outing every year, and we used to go down there every year. So there's so many good memories, sitting on his kitchen floor playing spoon hockey. He would be on one side, I'd be on the other, and he wanted to be part of it as much as he could, and as the disease progressed, it was more and more difficult, but he was always part of the gang and always participated, and we just treated him like every other average child.
Beautiful. Now, this past summer, 38th edition, How much money was raised this past summer after a delay of 2 years of COVID?
Actually, this year was a record year. We did another tally last night because there were still a few unpaid bills, but we made a net profit of $59,000. Wow. So it was, yeah, definitely the best year yet. And we hit a certain plateau this year too, which we hit that milestone that we had raised over $1 million now in the 38 years doing the tournament. So it was quite an accomplishment, and we're all very proud of it.
And that money goes to helping Mackay Centre. It also helps some other organizations in the Greenfield Park area, but the majority of that money is going to the Mackay Centre to benefit kids?
Yes, it is. They have a mandate that they follow very strictly with us, that it's strictly for extracurricular activities for the kids that the government doesn't subsidize. So none of the money that we give them goes to any administration. It goes strictly for the kids. They have Valentine dances, Christmas breakfasts, and a lot of the expense goes to paying for their buses because they need special handicap buses that the government doesn't subsidize. So without the money that we give them, they wouldn't be able to do these field trips that they participate on all year.
Adapted transport. Let's look at some pictures here on the big screen in the studio, please. Wade, if you can just say a few words. Well, there we have.
Yeah, we had a drone this year. Our webmaster, Mr. Ron Zoix, or Zinn, sorry, he had his drone out there, so he was just taking some overhead pictures of the tournament this year. Yeah.
Take a look at another one.
And that's our women's champions this year. So they came out very strong and had a good game in the final. And they've been a team back and forth a few years. But yes, they won the A Women Championship.
Do you remember the name of that team?
Not off the top of my head. Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem. Now here it is. What can you tell us about that?
Well, this is just this is the check that we present. Well, a gesture of the check that we presented to the Mackay Centre with our $1 million, and then all the booklets that you see on the table there, they are put together from the school every year, and these are all the activities that the kids enjoyed with the money that we've donated to them.
We're going to look at some more pictures here.
And this is the vice principal, the principal of the school, and Kathy Reid, who's our president, Cindy Bremner, our vice president, my wife Brenda, who's our chief financial officer and does just about everything, and we're presenting the school with the check of the $1 million.
Wow. And then here we have some pictures of kids having fun, doing positive activities with the Mackay Centre. What can you tell us about those?
Yeah,
kids?
all these activities, they go apple picking, they go to the Defi Sportif, which is like a Special Olympics that these kids participate in every year. They're going bowling in this particular picture. So again, the money raised from the generosity of our citizens helps support these outings for the kids, which means a lot to them.
We'll look at a few more photos. What's this one?
This one, I believe, is their Valentine dance, or actually, I think it's their Christmas breakfast that they had. So, yeah, every year they have Santa Claus come out there and present the kids with gifts, and again, we help with the cost.
Look at that on the ice.
Yeah, they got a chance to get out there with their wheelchairs and get pushed around and play a little hockey on the ice. So it's a great experience for them, and it's something that a lot of these kids, it's the first time they've ever had the opportunity to experience that.
Having some different physical challenges and having the special equipment or technology that allows you to go on the ice, that must be pretty cool to get out there and have fun.
It is.
Wow. Thank you so much, Wade, for coming onto the show, explaining. Speaking about Mike Reid, we remember him and his family, his friends, the community, and we wish you good luck next year for the 39th edition. And thanks for coming into the studio of South Shore Vibe. Have a beautiful night.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate all your support.
You're welcome. Well, that was the 52nd episode of South Shore Vibe. I'd like to thank my guests, Dr. Lolier, Annie Beauregard, Wade Wilson, and thank you, our viewers. Merci à vous, nos téléspectateurs. Thanks to our staff here at TVRS, merci au personnel TVRS, and join us next month for our 53rd edition of South Shore Vibe, because we'll have you talking.